it's a big fight. Is it Mayweather-Pacquiao? You know, it's not. You know, and very few things are. But, you know, if people are looking for Mayweather-Pacquiao money, then it's going to be a problem. But if people are realistic in getting a fight done, then a deal can be made. And so...
Wow, man.
I ask you about it. Spence Crawford is taking quite a while to get finalized. Any observations from that situation?
Well, same problem.
Yeah.
It's a big fight. It has tremendous interest from people. Y'all heard him. Y'all motherfucking heard Stephen Espinoza and promoter Bob Arum go into why they can't pay Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. My issue is, I'm not hating on Canelo. He's a hell of a fighter. Canelo Alvarez never has a problem, an issue with getting paid. You look at the receipts the zone offered him, 10-year, $365 million. Showtime just recently offered him $100 million guaranteed. Guaranteed. They never once went to this man and say, they stealing pay-per-views. As Bob Arum went on to talk about how they're stealing the pay-per-views. That's why they can't pay Crawford and Spence. You heard Stephen Espinoza say both guys have got to be reasonable. Basically saying, don't look for us paying you any type of big money. You need to be reasonable. We gonna lowball you. They never make these excuses with Canelo. He's always getting paid. Why? Do we got the cartel behind him? You must got that cartel backing him, because they don't never make these excuses when it comes to Canelo. Offered that man $100 million guaranteed. Didn't tell him you got to wait to the back end. We'll give you a little bit now, and then we'll pay you the rest later. No, they didn't do that with Canelo. $100 million guaranteed from Showtime and PBC. $365 million guaranteed from DAZN. Never once told Canelo, you got to wait on your money. You got to wait on the back end. His money is paid up front and it's guaranteed. You never hear about people stealing pay-per-views. Oh man, we can't pay you, Canelo, because they out here stealing pay-per-views. But when it come to Errol Spence and paying Terence Crawford, we can't pay y'all. There's too many people stealing the pay-per-views. So let me get this straight. When Canelo fights, all of a sudden people done gave their heart to God. They done got saved and they done stopped stealing all of a sudden. But they only stealing when these other fighters are fighting. They ain't stealing when Canelo fighting. How does that make sense? It's like it's so difficult when it comes to paying these other fighters. It's the hardest thing in the world to do. It's like going on Fear Factor and eating cow nuts. It's just a difficult task when it comes to paying these other fighters. But when it comes to paying the Canelo, oh, the shit is such a joy to pay Canelo. You get so much gratitude and you get a climax when it comes. You want to know how soon can you deposit the money into his account. You want to know how quickly can you pay him. You're on your knees begging him to pay him. Begging to pay him $100 million. You get such gratification and satisfaction from paying Canelo. But when you paying these other fighters, oh, the shit is hurt. You got to remind everybody how you paid them. You don't never bring up that shit how you paid Canelo $300 million, $50 million per fight. But when you pay these measly $5 million, oh, you got to bring that shit up. I could have bought a house with that $5 million I paid. You got to remind us time and time again how you paid out a measly $1.5 million to these other fighters. $3 million, you got to bring that shit up time and time again. But when you pay Canelo, you never bring that shit up. Oh man, I paid Canelo $50 million. We paid Canelo $100 million. Never once did you bring up his numbers. How we lost money on his fight. How they out here stealing the pay-per-views on his fights. When they come to these other fighters, man, we losing so much money. We lost so much money on the fight. I could have bought a home on the fight. We had to pay Mikey and Spence $3.5 million. We hope that we get the money back. We hope that the pay-per-view sells. And we can accumulate this money back. But you never hear that shit when it come to Canelo. You're paying him and you're happy to do it. You're on your knees and you're happy to serve him. But it's an issue when it come to paying these other fighters. You're always broke. You can't find the money. You can't come up with the money. Yeah, but when they come to Canelo, you're gonna come up with his money though. Guaranteed you gonna get paid. Guaranteed money. No back end, no waiting. The shit gonna hit his account immediately. Expeditiously. Just tired of it, man. I'm tired of hearing this excuses when it comes to paying these other fighters, and none of these excuses when it's come to paying Canelo. I got nothing against Canelo. I'm just tired of the BS. I'm tired of the double standards. Tired of it, man. Guys, let me know what y'all think. Drop me your comments, hit that like button, and subscribe. I'm out.